Hi, it's Sharon from Sharon.spirited on Instagram or spiritusanomalus.au. I wanted to talk to you about crystals, and today the first crystal I'm going to talk about is an amethyst and the physical properties of an amethyst. It's a form of quartz, which in its way is also silicon dioxide. Quartz is a silicon dioxide. On the Mohs hardness scale, it's a 7. Diamonds are the hardest substance on the planet, and amethysts are below that at a 7, meaning they're still very hard, don't break easily, and that's why they're used in a lot of jewellery, because of their ability to stand a bit of jiggling and banging around. Of course they will scratch. There's no way they won't scratch. Unlike a diamond, which can only be scratched with another diamond, there are other substances that will definitely scratch your amethyst. So it's important to remember that. If you've got amethyst jewellery, it isn't indestructible. The colours in amethyst range from like almost a white, a very mauve, light mauve lilac, all the way through to an exceptionally deep purple. Right? And the more iron oxide that's in an amethyst, then the deeper the colour is compared to a clear quartz. Right? It can have a purplish saturation to the colouring, or it can have a reddish purple. So instead of just being purple, it can be almost violet, right? Even though this is very much a purple amethyst, if you look at it in certain lights, you can see there's quite a lot of violet towards the centre of it. It's just more reddish colouring from the iron oxide. I do want to show you a chevron amethyst. Should I show you the chevron amethyst now? Now, a chevron amethyst, right, is generally considered to be, as you can see, there's the chevrons in it, as in a jersey. Now, a chevron amethyst has that white through it, but because this has a lot more iron oxide in it, you can see that there's more a reddish colour going through to violets within this stone. They're considered to be very spiritual, and they are considered to be somewhat rare. I would not call them rare. People like to say they're rare, but you can get plenty of chevron amethysts. But they are probably a little bit more expensive maybe than your average amethyst, that's all. Back our beautiful cluster. You'll find them in jewellery, tumbled stones, rough-hewn stones, geodes, carvings and cut clusters, which is a cluster. And the difference in colouring, like the chevron over there, is known as zoning. I'm just going to give you a couple to look at. So we have this, which is a cut cluster. It is a cluster. It's been cut straight from a rock. That's why it looks like that. All right, so you can see that. Also, I have a small crystal amethyst crystal tree, and you can see quite clearly variations in the amethyst. Some are darker, some are lighter. If you come across a lot that are fully dark crystals, you should be aware that they may not be amethyst. To get a complete deep purple colour of amethyst, unless it is in jewellery, is quite rare. And there are a number of what are called dyed agates that are being used to fake crystals, genuine crystals. These are rough-hewn amethyst. They are just out of the ground. They've been cleaned, which is always nice. But you can see the colouring is, oops, what have I done with you? The colouring is quite deep in parts of this one, and it is also quite light. It is never going to make it as a piece of jewellery, except if someone wants rough-hewn jewellery, because it is probably not as perfect as some people want. Show you some tumbled stones. This is my making a terrible noise, sorry. These are tumbled stones. So just the same sort of stones, but they've been tumbled. People have a tendency to like their tumbled stones. Personally, not necessarily my favourite. I do prefer rough hewn unless it's in a particular thing. And then you've got some pendants. Now this is fairly white, quite clear, but it is an amethyst just the same. And this one, very loved, and is quite a lot darker, and it still has colour zoning within it. See colour zoning? And last but not least, I want to show you a crystal nugget bracelet. It's not a chip bracelet. Chips are much smaller. These are nuggets. Because it is in jewellery, you are getting quite a lot more darker stones than perhaps you usually do. But there's still a great variety across them. These are usually more expensive than your chip bracelets. A chip bracelet depends on whether or not it actually is genuine amethyst. May probably be anywhere from $2 to $10. Whereas a nugget bracelet, you're probably expecting to pay about $20 for. It's just the variation in quality and the size of the stones. All I've got to say today, I'm going to go on to the next video, which is going to explain to you the metaphysical properties of amethyst. Have a lovely day.